This is a canine print, and it's a big canine. We think it's a coyote-wolf mix, coy wolf. They're here. They're bigger than coyotes. They're more aggressive. So if y'all are out there, always take protection with you. Outside of carrying my 357, I always carry bear spray, a collapsible baton, and I have my tree stick and my knocker that I use. I spoke at the Kent Paranormal Weekend back in April 2016, and I had the wonderful privilege of meeting a Portage County Sheriff's deputy. He and I became good friends, and he patrols the southern part of Portage County, and he's off on Saturday nights, Sunday nights. Well, he has his buddy that patrols his area for him, and late night in June, end of the month, he is on patrol, and he's going down Congress Lake Road over Mogador Reservoir, and it's about 1 in the morning. As he crosses over the little bridge over the reservoir, he sees oncoming traffic coming towards him, and it's slight hill going up. Well, the deputy slows down a little bit because he's going to see if this driver is impaired. As the driver in the oncoming traffic crests the hill, they start to come down. They're about maybe 100 feet, 200 feet had been between them, and all of a sudden 2 deer run out in front of the vehicles. Just behind the deer was a black creature, hunched over, running on 2 legs, chasing the deer. The deputy slams on his brakes. The other car slams on their brakes. And the creature and the deer disappeared off into the woods. The deputy pulled up to the other vehicle and said, "Did you just see what I saw?" Yeah, I did. What the heck was that? Well, the deputy called my buddy, and he says, "You'll never believe just what happened." And my buddy goes, "What?" And he told him. And my buddy goes, "With all your years in law enforcement, you said that creature was hunched over. If it was standing up straight, how tall do you think it was?" And he said at least 8 feet. And I've had other sightings in that area of an auburn creature and multiple black sightings. One of our more famous sightings that we had was Porter Road in our area, Christmas of 2015. Right at the boundary for the park, the houses end and then the park starts, and mail newspaper lady was delivering the newspaper about 5:30 in the morning. It's dark out. As she's turning into the driveway, her headlights catch 2 creatures crossing the road. One big, one small, and they both were kind of like that coyote buckskin colored, dirty snow looking. And we started immediately investigating that area. And unfortunately, I did not load up some of the evidence, but we did find more snaps in that area. Does anyone have any questions for me? But then they give you a little wink. So we set up our stuff outside these restricted areas. Yes?
The creature that was videotaped in the cemetery, did that ever put the rest up?
Oh, you mean the one that went up a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, believe it or not, some of our amazing members in our group, Ohio Bigfoot Hunters, they're a little bit more computer savvy. They blew that whole video up, and they were able to see it was a person in black t-shirt and pants, but you could see the white socks, and in the arm, where the arm is crooked, you can actually see the bottom of the sleeve. So that was proven to be a person. Someone probably put something for a family member that passed away. The cemetery would not respond to anything. They denied everything happened. So I want to thank you all very much. Enjoy your time here. If you have any questions, I'll be running the camera. My wife is out there. Say hi to her and tell her how good I did.
I'll give the microphone to Mr. Miller.
Can you hear me without this? Let's do that. What do you think? Okay, Bruce? Master of Ceremonies. Hi, my name is Mike Miller. We're the Ohio Night Stalkers. Research Bigfoot. One of our good friends is Bob Gimlin. a little message for you. Okay, there you go. I'm going to give you a really brief history. We only got a half hour. We're going to jump right into an audio you guys want to hear. About 12, 13 years ago, there was a report on Channel 7. I lived up near Dayton about Bigfoot, which I thought was ridiculous. I thought if Bigfoot's real, it's Pacific Northwest, not Ohio. But that led me into researching, and the more I looked, the more I kept finding, sort of drew me in, started doing some research. You can see the toes there. That was Clark County, Ohio, if you know where that is. There's a shuttle we found there. Day stalkers I learned under showed me structures, what was natural, what was unnatural. Anyway, moving forward in time, a mutual friend of Mike's, these guys went out at night, stirred things up to see what would happen. So one night, you guys know where East Fork State Park is, southeastern part of Ohio. I went on my first night hike about 7, 8 years ago. We hiked about 2 miles into this place. Rainy October, just like now. Those guys did wood knocks and howls, nothing happened. We stayed there a couple hours. We pack up to leave, and I'm thinking, great, I just survived a night hike, scratched off the bucket list. About 10 minutes into that walk is where everything changed for me. It's cemented Bigfoot in Ohio forever. 10 minutes into that walk, here comes a rock. We can't see it because it's pitch dark. This rock is in flight, breaking branches as it's going over our head. And the rock's got to be pretty big to break branches. It hits a tree over by me, bounces off, hits the ground, and I hear this thing tumbling over in. We start, we still have quite a ways to walk out of there. And I'm really alarmed because, I'm in the back of the line. If you've seen any horror movies, you know what happens in the back of the line. And anyway, I don't know how many minutes later, here comes another rock. It's from the other direction, other side. Same thing, sails over our head, snapped the branches. And I said the Lord's Prayer under my breath. The rest of the way I walked out of there. Didn't think I'd see my son again, but we survived. I initially sort of retired, then I unretired, and had all winter to think about it. And then here's Mike Felton.
So my aunt was totally into Bigfoot. She got me into Bigfoot. Moving on forward, I met my mentor, which is Don Keating. If it wasn't for Don Keating, none of you guys would be sitting in this room because he created the Bigfoot conference here. He started in 1989. He started being a researcher in 85. I met Don in 1995 at Hare Arena up in Dayton, and he showed the white Bigfoot that was in Coshocton County. Okay, this is history of Bigfoot in Ohio. We're going to skip that because we got to keep moving. So, as you can see, Salt Fork State Park blew up. You have the Ohio Bigfoot Conference. You got Preacher Weekend. Being as I would go hunting and a fisherman, I wanted my own spots. Me and Mike ended up going out here. That is Adams County, near Shawnee. Hey, dog, how you doing? That's 63,000 acres. So this is how we met, and this is where we ended up going.
All right, you guys ready for some audio?
Yes.
We're going to get shortly into the night of October 11th, 2014 that was featured on, you guys see us on Terror in the Woods, or These Woods Are Haunted. We're going to be getting to that in a minute. This is an area probably not even 20 miles from there. What you're going to hear Mike howl, you're going to hear the reply. It's more of a type of a really angry, we're there. You're going to hear Mike howl. It's going to fast forward, you hear Mike howl again, and it's a different reply. Then you're going to hear some rock clacking or rock thrown, the third part of this. David Ellis version, the first one. There's a reply. You don't hear that in the original. There's a little background noise, but David Ellis was able to bring that forward and see it on the spectrograph. David Ellis is part of the Olympic Project. He is a professional. He professionally analyzed our audio. And besides the coyotes that you will hear in some of these recordings, David said that he recorded no known animal in North America. Now here's the second audio cleaned up. My lights are on bright. You can see this sort of turns into a black hole there. This is what we recorded that night. This is the David Ellis version because he's able to pull it much closer. Good point. We got a glitch. We'll move on. This is from Terra in the Woods. This is October 11th, 2014. We went through that. Mike did some howls and stuff to see how everything would echo. This road is about 5 miles long. It then ends into a graveyard of all things. It rained profusely for about 4 hours. We went into town, and it finally stopped about 9:30 at night. We went out, so the TV shows the first location during the day. That wasn't the case, but hopefully we have an intro from John Kirk.
Hello, this is John Kirk. What you're about to hear are the actual events of October 11th, 2014 as they happened, told by the researchers themselves with mind-boggling audio recorded as the night unfolded. And now prepare yourself to join the Ohio Night Stalkers as they enter the darkness. It's time for you to meet Nocturnus Creatura, night creatures.
Great voice. He's got a great voice, doesn't he? Right, this is the road. When you first turn on the road, that's what it looks like. That's Ohio, folks. That's not West Virginia. That's not Kentucky. That's actually Ohio. Adams County, Ohio. That was Mike's son Jordan said that was a scream. That was the first one played. Now here's the David Ellis version of that.
Sounds kind of cute.
As you can tell, David Ellis did something nice for us. He sort of loops it so you can have a better chance of hearing it. You can hear the coyotes join in with it. At one point, one of them sounds like it's being strangled. There's a little bit of bad language in here, so get ready with the fingers there, the parents. That's the actual graveyard. version of the first set of howls.